I've been staring at this wall for quite some time now, trying to picture out what I'm about to do. But first, here's a little backstory. I have been in a constant pursuit of organizing our things in our little space. I have this project in mind that's been running around my head for a couple of months now. As we were walking around looking for stuff, I saw this and I was like, I think I can use this. I've been wanting to do this, but I just kept on putting it off because sometimes when work and life gets too overwhelming, you have to choose which ones you have to prioritize and do first. And so now I finally have time for this and I'm so excited. I mentioned earlier that work and life can get pretty overwhelming. Well, honestly, I think overwhelming is an understatement. As someone who's been in the corporate world for how many years now, I have been constantly trying to figure out how can I balance my corporate work and adult life in general. So I wanted to share 3 things that I do that so far helps me kinda balance my full-time corporate work and adulting life. First is my weekend resets. I have been living independently here in Metro Manila ever since I started working. So I have been trying to manage my weekends for things like household chores, cleaning and organizing my stuff for the work week, laundry, ironing of clothes, getting groceries, etc. Why? Because these are the things I know I may not have the energy or will to do after a long day at work, and these things are not gonna get done by themselves. By the end of a work day, I may not be physically tired, but I am mentally drained. So, reducing my routines and completing chores on a weekend helps me lessen my mental exhaustion and decision fatigue. Those little things like coming home to a clean and an uncluttered space after a full day at work, not having to think about what to wear, and having ironed clothes for the work week, these little things, they add up. And having done them the weekend before is a great relief on its own, especially when I have a very stressful, long day at work. My weekend reset is basically like a preparation to help myself for the coming work week and not get too overwhelmed by my other responsibilities beyond work. Because in my mind, one completed chore on a weekend is one less thing to think about in a work week.
You're never gonna fly by staying high in this unknown. And timid stars waiting for the after hours, painting with the light, showing every night this unknown. Winter falls just as spring to summer's call. And we do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems
And
to
my
know.
backpack. But I'm not gonna put it there.
Oh,
And tada! It looks so nice and they are finally organized. They now have their own space. But as an OC person, I'm gonna put these 2 bags in their dust bags. And yes, this is the final result! You guys, I'm so happy and satisfied with the outcome of that mini project of mine. So now I'm just gonna have a break, take some rest, and eat some pastries because that was very tiring and I'm already hungry. But anyway, we bought these croissants online along with this matcha, so they all look so good. Let's see. And so the second thing that I do is I unplug. So when I say unplug, what I mean is disconnect. I try to disconnect from two things. First is from social media. I have removed my Facebook and Instagram in my phone a couple of years ago to prevent myself from mindlessly scrolling through these platforms and wasting my time doom scrolling for hours. Instead, I try to get enough sleep and do something worthwhile. And the second one is I try to disconnect and not think about work once I'm out of the office. This is to give myself a break from all the work-related things. I know it's hard, especially if you're the type of person who wants to get things done right away, just like me. But we can give our best when we are burnt out and half asleep most of the time. Trust me on this, I've learned this the hard way. It takes a long while to get used to it and a lot of discipline and practice, but eventually, little by little, you'll get there. And the last one is rekindle that spark. I have been constantly trying to find and do activities that interests me or that I enjoy doing. Whether it's a hobby that I'm trying to build, hanging out with my family and friends, going out on a date, getting a massage, watching movies, or reading a book. Doing something that sparks excitement or joy helps shift our focus and reset our minds, which is a great way to unwind and decompress after a busy, long work week. We need to remind ourselves or find those things that makes us feel alive and inspired. I do hope you enjoyed this vlog as much as I did and maybe learned a thing or two from this episode. Please do consider subscribing as it helps support our little community. I hope you guys have a fun and productive work week ahead. Remember, you got this. Thanks for sticking around. See you in the next one. Bye!